Welcome back, aviators. Are you planning to fly in Europe and you are confused about what is TSAT, CTOT, TOBT, EOBT, slot, etc.? It all sounds a bit complicated, but let's make it simple. Firstly, we must get familiar with a couple of concepts. The first one is ATFM, or Air Traffic Flow Management, a service established with the objective of contributing to a safe, orderly, and expeditious flow of air traffic by ensuring that air traffic control capacity is utilized to the maximum extent possible, and that the traffic volume is compatible with the capacities declared by the appropriate Air Traffic Services Authority. You can read in depth about air traffic flow and capacity management on the ATFCM Operations Manual from Eurocontrol. You can check the link in the description. The aim of ATFCM is to enable flight punctuality and efficiency according to the available resources, with the emphasis on optimizing the network capacity through CDM, or collaborative decision-making process. And this is the second concept that we must get familiar with. Most specifically, A-CDM, Airport Collaborative Decision-Making. Airport Collaborative Decision-Making is an essential concept for pilots operating in Europe. ACDM aims to improve efficiency and predictability by enhancing the collaboration between airports, airlines, ground handlers, and air traffic control. We'll explain the key elements of ACDM, including TSAT, TOBT, EOBT, slot management, and how they all tie into air traffic flow and capacity management under Eurocontrol. First, let's talk about EOBT, or Estimated Off-Block Time. This is the time when your aircraft is expected to start moving from its parking position. It's a crucial reference point in your flight plan, directly impacting air traffic flow management. Pilots must ensure that the EOBT in the flight plan is accurate and updated when necessary. So, what does it mean for you as a commercial pilot operating in Europe? Absolutely nothing. Most likely, you are not filling out the flight plan. So, this is a good-to-know concept. That's all. Next, we have TOBT, or Target Off-Block Time. This is the time agreed upon by ground handlers, airlines, and airport operations, indicating when the aircraft will be ready for startup and pushback. TOBT takes into account various processes such as boarding, fueling, and de-icing. Pilots must ensure that they communicate any changes in readiness to the ground handler to keep the TOBT updated. Remember, inaccurate TOBTs can impact the airport's pre-departure sequencing, impacting all other aircrafts. So, is this important for us? Very much so. This is the time that we have to be fully ready. Boarding done, fueling done, flight preparation done, briefing, etc. So get your time management skills sharpened and be ready a little bit before your TOBT. Otherwise, you will lose your slot. Now, let's move on to TSAT, or Target Startup Approval Time. This is the time assigned by ATC, Air Traffic Control, for when your aircraft should request startup clearance. But where does this time come from? TSAT is calculated based on your Target Off-Block Time, or TOBT, along with real-time traffic conditions at the airport. It's designed to ensure an efficient flow of traffic, especially at busy airports. Think of TSAT as your slot within the airport's sequencing system. It's influenced by several factors: your declared readiness time, TOBT, the current airport traffic situation, runway availability, and any air traffic flow and capacity management measures in place. The goal is to prevent bottlenecks and optimize the use of airport resources. TSAT helps manage startup requests so that aircraft don't all push back at the same time, causing congestion on the apron and taxiways. For pilots, this means it's critical to understand and comply with your assigned TSAT to avoid delays or resequencing. The TSAT window typically allows a small margin for flexibility, usually around 5 minutes before or after the assigned time. This means you should aim to request startup within this window to avoid any disruptions. If you miss your TSAT, notify ATC immediately. Depending on the situation, they may issue a new TSAT or resequence your flight. In case you miss your TSAT, be aware that in some airport, your flight dispatcher may have the possibility to update your TOBT by himself. So a new TSAT will be generated for your flight. So always keep open communication with them to better coordinate the situation. Okay, so let's now talk about slot and CTOT. Slot management plays a critical role in managing traffic flow at congested airports. A slot is a time window allocated to an aircraft to depart from a specific airport. The calculated takeoff time, or CTOT, is part of this slot management. Pilots must ensure takeoff within -5 minutes or +10 minutes of their assigned CTOT. Failing to comply with CTOT can result in losing your slot, leading to significant delays and resequencing. Eurocontrol's network manager is responsible for slot allocation across Europe, balancing capacity with demand. Busy airspaces can significantly impact slot management. If your route takes you through heavily congested sectors, let's say, for example, Germany, this will influence your assigned slot. The network manager looks at overall demand across the European airspace, considering weather, airspace restrictions, and other factors to allocate these time windows fairly and efficiently. If there's congestion along your route, the network manager may issue a delay through a revised CTOT to help balance the load across sectors. For pilots, understanding these delays is crucial. It's not just about your departure airport. It's about the entire network and how your flight fits into that system. So, how does the ACDM process work in practice? Let's break it down into a detailed sequence of events. It all starts with submitting an accurate flight plan, which includes the estimated off-block time, EOBT. This is the initial point of reference for the entire ACDM process. Ground handlers and airlines continuously update the target off-block time, TOBT, based on the aircraft's readiness status. This includes boarding, fueling, catering, and any other pre-departure activities. Once all ground operations are on track, the TOBT is confirmed, and the system starts looking at traffic flow to assign a TSAT. Air traffic control assigns a target startup approval time, TSAT, based on real-time traffic conditions and runway capacity. As we are amazing pilots, we are ready on time, and we request startup clearance within the assigned TSAT window. Missing this window can cause resequencing and delays. Once the aircraft pushes back, it receives taxi clearance from ATC based on the runway availability and overall traffic situation. Remember, ATC has already calculated how long it will take you to get to the runway holding point, so don't worry, you won't miss your slot. That's the whole point of the ACDM system. We depart within the CTOT window, ensuring compliance with Eurocontrol's SLOT management requirements. And everyone is happy. And that's a wrap on our look at airport collaborative decision-making. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more aviation content. Hit that bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And what topics would you like us to cover next? Fly safe, and see you in the next video. Five a peepow?